Oh, well, hello, friends. Mark Holmes here with my buddy Cowboy Joe Boo. And as always, thank you guys for watching, commenting, and subscribing to the Joe Boo Sports Report. Without you guys, man, you know this don't work without you guys. Let's get open for business here and let's wake up the football gods up there. Man, you know, it's open season. As we sit 16 days, 6 hours, 57 minutes, and 45 seconds from kickoff of the 2019 season. It's open season on Dak Prescott. You know, I know I'm a Dallas Cowboy fan, and probably maybe I'm a little bit sensitive, but I'm getting so tired of all of the hate on my quarterback. And I honestly am asking you, whether you're a Dak fan or not, whether you're a Cowboy fan or not, or somebody else, but I want you to honestly look at this and tell me if I'm crazy. Well, I am crazy, but tell me if I'm crazy about this thing in particular. Okay? Now, I understand, it seems like the matrix always change when it comes to Dak Prescott. Things that Dak gets killed for, others get excuses on. Okay? Now, I I got to tell you, this one got me because you know that people just literally use our quarterback for clickbait. It's just too easy to get people like me pissed off and talking about it and getting names for yourself. Okay? Because I want you to listen to Colin Cowherd talking about Jimmy Garoppolo last night. Jimmy Garoppolo in preseason, and I know it's only preseason, I know he's coming off of an injury. Jimmy Garoppolo, who was one of the highest paid quarterbacks in the excuse me, was the highest paid before it kept going up. Jimmy Garoppolo, who they said had the stamp of Bill Belichick approval. Jimmy Garoppolo, a great quarterback. Jimmy Garoppolo, that a lot of you said that you would take in a heartbeat over Dak Prescott. Yet last year he got injured, missed most of the season, and got paid off of 8 games. Now, last night in preseason, I know it's preseason, he was 1 of 6 for 0 yards with an interception and what should have been a second pick six in the game for a QBR of 0. 0. Now, my quarterback right now has got a 118 QBR this preseason. And I know it's preseason, doesn't mean much. But we keep talking about how bad Dak Prescott is. But listen to Colin Cowherd and tell me if he's making excuses for him or not.
Jimmy Garoppolo had a 0-0 quarterback rating last night. He was not great. And so this morning, people are like, whoa, this Jimmy Garoppolo thing is not great for San Francisco. Okay, here's what I don't need with Jimmy Garoppolo. Small sample sizes. Because that's all I have with him. And last night, I got 11 snaps. You ever had tapas? He's the tapas of NFL quarterbacks. Small, shareable serving sizes that we all consume. I don't know what to make of last night. The average NFL team averages 23.5 points and about 5 points in the first quarter. San Francisco didn't have any. But you have to remember with Jimmy Garoppolo, he's coming off an ACL surgery. Tom Brady wasn't great the year he came off the surgery. He's played 10 games. He's 8-2. I think he's good. His offensive line last night looked overwhelmed with Bradley Chubb coming hard for Denver on the end. He's coming off an injury. The best receiver San Francisco has, George Kittle, a tight end, didn't play. The rest of the receivers are young and still learning the offense. The offensive line looked overwhelmed. Vic Fangio's one of the top defensive guys in the NFL. He's now the head coach of Denver. I don't know what to make of it. Because with Jimmy Garoppolo, the last thing I need is more small sample sizes. And that is, again, what I got last night. 11 snaps. A, he's not going to lose his starting job to a backup, so I don't really care. And B, he's not a rookie. This is not Kyler Murray. Can he play at this level? Tom Brady's had bad first quarters in Super Bowls. At the end of seasons with 2 weeks to prepare. Jimmy G off ACL, 11 snaps, against a great pass rusher and a tremendous defensive coordinator without his best tight end, young wide receivers learning as they go. He looked rusty. Here's Jimmy G.
Obviously a little frustrated, but that's the NFL. It's unfortunately we don't get to play the whole game right now, so it's you only get so many plays. You wish you could be out there for more so you could bounce back and everything, but it's it is what it is. The preseason right now, so just gotta take it in stride. It's something I haven't done in a year, obviously, so gotta knock the rust off and everything, and thankfully we have a short week this week, so we can bounce back quickly. But yeah, it's the first step of getting back into it.
Teams are now doing joint practices in the NFL like that's a real thing. And we had the GM of the Chargers on last week who's doing a joint practice. And he said, I like it. I like the physicality, but it's not a game. Jimmy Garoppolo hasn't played a game in a year. I don't know what I'm supposed to make of 11 snaps when his offensive line looked overwhelmed. His receivers are kids. His best tight end wasn't there. And I don't think they're showing you everything they have. It was another small sample size. I have 10 with the 49ers. He's 8-2 and looks really, really good. I'm going to go with that over the 11 snaps I saw last night. I just don't know what to make of.
Okay. So, he never said anything about, he played poorly. Is there any question if he's the guy? Never any doubt. It was the offensive line. It was the young receivers. It was everything but, you know what? It was a bad read or bad ball placement or some other reason. There was never any blame towards him. Now, again, I am a homer. And so I'm going through and I'm listening to that today because I'm actually fortunate to be working from home today in the shop building some furniture and stuff. And I come across this, Complex Sports. Never heard of it. But the most overrated and underrated players in the NFL. And you see the picture, of course. Who do we have? Dak Prescott, right? Okay. Now, Colin Cowherd did say, well, Garoppolo is 8-2. Yeah, okay. Well, Dak Prescott's second most in the NFL in victories. But that doesn't seem to work with Dak. So I go through and I check this thing out, and it's like, okay, ranking the most overrated and underrated players in 2019. Okay, Kirk Cousins. Well, I can agree with that one because Kirk Cousins is a stats guy, a numbers guy. But as far as winning, he's 5-22 against winning teams. Not real good. Overrated, Derek Carr. Yeah, he was an MVP candidate, and, there is no crying in football. So, Earl Thomas. Well, we'll find out if he makes a big change in Baltimore. That one, I'll say the jury's is out on it. That's a guy I kind of wanted to see, of course, here in Dallas, but that didn't work out. Nick Foles. Well, there's two things with Nick Foles. Either the Eagles have two franchise quarterbacks that elevate the team, or they have a great system that elevates the quarterback play. Because we are told that Carson Wentz elevates his team, and he is truly a difference maker. Well, he was 5-6, and Nick Foles came in and saved the season and was 4-1 and got him in the playoffs. Oh, and he did have that Super Bowl run. So we'll find out if Nick Foles is overrated or not, because he's got a great defense. Let's see if he can do something with that offense. And then we already talked about Kurt. And then we get to Dak Prescott. Most overrated in the NFL. I'm trying to understand. So when we hear that he is a tier 3 quarterback is what most people say. Is there a tier 4 and 5? Is there someplace lower that they can rank him that he is rated at 3 and maybe he should be at 8? Is that what we're led to believe? He wins. He had a great rookie season that was historical. He's been in the playoffs 2 or 3 years. He's never had a losing season. And he gets trashed. He's 9 out of 9 preseason, 87 yards, no interceptions, Um, 118 QBR, and they're not saying that he's head and shoulders above the rest. So I'm trying to understand, and let me read exactly what they have to say. Dak wants to get paid, and Dak should want to get paid. The quarterback has rocketed up. Russell Wilson gets a $140 million extension this summer, and Dak is the franchise quarterback for American teams. Plus, he's 26, he's in his prime, and his next deal will be one that defines his career. Nevertheless, all this talk about how the Cowboys should dish out a long term deal to Dak has ratcheted his status above the appropriate level. So, how rapidly ascended from underrated to properly rated um, to way overrated? Okay. Look at the Mississippi State product has never thrown for 4,000 yards, and his TD percentage last year was 22nd in the league, while his QBR uh, was average among starters. Furthermore, his 56 sacks were second most in the league. His net yards gained per pass attempt was 24th. Okay. All right, so if you take the season on totality, yeah, those numbers are true. But nobody said that he is Aaron Rodgers, the last I checked. And if you look at what he did the second half of the season, because the first half of the season he was averaging around 200 yards a game passing and 89 QBR, the second half he was averaging close to 100 and 263 yards. But again, nobody was saying that he was a top 10 quarterback. So I'm trying to understand where all of this overrated is on Dak Prescott. You tell me. Like I said, people are getting paid on the back of Dak Prescott, the most underpaid quarterback in the NFL. I'm Mark Holmes, and well, I got to go out here and paint some wood. I'll see you guys later on. And today, for the keto diet, I think I'm going to be doing some pho, some like Thai soup. And I'm going to be doing some chicken, showing you guys how to make some nice shredded chicken so you can use it in the pho, make chicken salad out of it, or use it for tacos or something else. But I'll see you guys later.